about legends of the Nine-tailed fox. They are known in different cultures as either good or evil. Typically, a nine-tailed fox is known to possess great powers and are able to transform from man to animal at will, and are also powerful elementals. In China, they are known as the Uli Jin. In Japan, they are the Kitsune, and in Korea, they are the Kumios. In China, they are worshipped as deities. But in Korea, they are believed to be evil creatures, which mostly can take on the form of beautiful women to seduce men, to kill and to eat their livers. In Japan, the Kitsune has the tendency to be good or evil. The differences are mostly focused on the following perspectives of the person telling the story. Gu Junshu was a nine-tailed fox. He has lived for millenniums and is in Saint Ascension stage. As he walked in the woods when he heard panic-filled wails, he went to take a look and found a young woman hunted down by ravenous tigers. Filled with compassion, he decided to rescue the lady, which he did by chasing away the beasts using elemental powers at his disposal. Over time, the two fell in love with one another and decided to settle and have kids. To accomplish that, Junshu decided to become a human by completing his transformation. One day, some neighboring villages reported the loss of their livestock, which they claimed to have been devoured by some highly primitive beast. They made some quick research and found out that a magical creature lives on a mountain near them. With killing intent, the townspeople marched to the couple's place and found Wu Yi, Jushu's wife, in Jushu's log house. Believing that a child in her is an abomination, Wu Yi was pregnant at the time, and fearing what sort of creature a nine-tailed human hybrid might become, they resorted to killing her. At the time, Junshu was at the crucial moments of his transformation, which can no longer be altered. Any attempt to stop will alter all effects of the transformation and cause very disastrous effects. Despite Junshu's pleading from the holy hill, the villagers killed Wu Yi and burned down their log house. Filled with indignation, Junshu forcefully altered his transformation, as his cultivation immediately exceeded that of a human as he turned to a prehistoric beast. With raw-killing intent and a disregard for life, Junshu massacred the townspeople and rushed to Wu Yi to see what he could do. He used the rest of his holy key to help Wu Yi deliver the baby. Then he created a special chair to carry the baby to safety. "Mankind, you will all pay for this," he screamed as he suffered a severe backlash which reduced his life rating and made him lose his holy energy. All that remained of him is death and grief as looming murderous intent started corroding his holy body and soul. Thousands of years later, born a nine-tailed vixen, Ari was a fully transformed fox and has already achieved full human transformation at the age of 40. She's a full human except her heightened senses, cultivation, heightened strength and speed, higher and complex meridians. Adopted as an orphan by Empress Shi, Ari never knew her real parents. She lived in a universe of alternate reality where magic, real mythical creatures and powerful creatures of legends and curses existed. Now, let's start like this. Ari is a reserved and self-controlled young woman with good manners, but no matter how good she is, she had enemies. Her arch enemy was Xiaoya and her friends Yu Yi, Jimin, and Chen Song. They loved bullying Ari because they were always jealous of her. Not willing to admit this to anyone, they continued picking up fights with Ari despite the fact that she's acquainted with the Empress. Ari went to the market one afternoon looking for items to buy. She had an itch which made her turn around. She saw a group of girls looking back at her. She turned to avoid them as a grim expression crept to her face, but it is of no use, they already noticed her. She hastened her footsteps, but it wasn't enough to shake them off. She eventually came to a dead end and got cornered and then surrounded. "What have I done wrong this time, Xiaoya?" Harry demanded. Xiaoya and her goons laughed sinisterly. "You don't know what you did," Xiaoya said with an incredibly loose look. "You stole money from my gang." They rolled into laughter once again, giving them meaningless looks. Xiaoya suddenly sent Harry a kick with a speed the eye couldn't follow, which made Harry fall on her butt. "You know what, Harry? The weak are always the prey of the strong," Xiaoya said with an unsatisfied look on her face. Harry nodded. "Do you think you guys can beat me? With me doing nothing?" she said with courage. Harry stood up from where she sat on the ground and made a stance. "Look at her," the brutes jeered as they watched Harry. "Girls, beat the heck out of her," Harry commanded. Harry grinded her teeth. There were so many. There were up to 21 of them. "This is crazy. 1 against 20. A fire broke out and Harry being outnumbered from the barrage of attacks. The talk suddenly paused momentarily from the deadly work they were doing as a shadow flickered by. "It's the princess! Let's get out of here!" Yuji called to her friends. And they disappeared the very next minute. A beautiful exquisite figure arrived. She had a unique aura surrounding her. She had golden hair and a baby face. She was breathtakingly beautiful. She looked powerful and made other people feel unimportant. Harry had always envied her charm. She always wondered how the heavens could create such perfection. Harry looked up at a figure towering over her. "Yoshi? Are you okay?" Swan says. "I'm sorry for arriving late and allowed those rebels to bully you," Yoshi apologized. Harry thought, despite being so stunning, she's also very humble. Demon Hunter Bin-Woo and his apprentices traced a demon through a location shown on their compasses. "I'm sure it's this place, but there's nothing here," Bin-Woo said with a conflicted expression on his face. "This is just a common grass field. I can't believe I came here to find nothing. They have been searching this environment for a relatively long time and found nothing." They all turned back except for a young man named Jiang Jungjin. "What are you looking for, Jiang? Let's go," Bin-Woo called at him. "Go ahead. I'll find him and inform you," Jiang Jin said with unwavering determination. He had a suspicious look on his face as he sensed a lot of life forces in the grass fields. The others were certain he wouldn't find the thing, so they left them. "Jin, meet us in town after completing your search," Bin-Woo said with a hint of concern in his voice. He has been walking for 3 hours now, and he is still in the grass fields. The life forces grew stronger and stronger until Jiang Jun was sure he had pinpointed its location. Jiang suddenly saw 2 beautiful ethereal women far away on the horizon. They were so beautiful that they seemed to have descended from the heavens to the mortal realm. Their skin was snow white and looked like jade. Jiang Jin had never seen such beautiful women before. They were singing high-pitched songs with eyes closed and dreamy voices. The breeze rejoiced at the choruses sounding from their pink lips. As Jiang Jin drew closer, he suddenly saw them floating in the air. "Spirits," Jiang Jin said as he ignored him. A few meters away, he spotted figures wandering the forest. "Impossible! It must be an illusion. Goblins don't exist," he muttered in disbelief as he shook his head vehemently. He took off to his heels without hesitation. The goblins he saw ahead caught sight of him and pursued him. "Oh man, I can't fight them all," he whined as his figure flickered along the narrow paths of the deep forest. A figure sat on a high tree in the forest, unaware of the predicament Janjin had landed himself in. Thanks for watching my first video based on my Within Worlds series. Next week Friday, we will know what will happen to Janju Jin, who suddenly landed in the world he knows nothing about. Please like and subscribe, and click on the bell icon below to get my new updates as soon as I upload them. Thanks for watching. See you.